Hello friends, back here in the workshop, and I'm going to try moving you guys into a different position. This one is going to do a quick video. I've been having the bearings blues, and it's not, certainly not the, it's just one of the casualties of being a skateboarder, that your bearings, I'm going to turn this off again. I've got boards in coating and stuff going on here, but I had to take a minute because this week my bearings have been giving me fits. These are an old pair of Bones ceramics that I enjoyed. I have 6 of them left. I did something really stupid. When they failed, I threw 2 of them out. And I really regret that because I think I could have returned the whole set. There's Rocco. Anyway, there he is. Look at him looking at me. So I've got 6 of my Bones ceramics, and they're a mess. I only rode these for probably 5 months, and get my bearings. Can you see the rust? You see the rust on these rings? These are not stainless steel rings, and that's disappointing to me. All of the rings show pretty. I did not ride these in water, not once. I never let water touch them. But what I did with these is I just used the airline to blow them out. And this is probably my third, but listen to that. Can you hear it? It's a mess. It's grabbing, it's not spinning freely, and it's stopping with a jerk instead of stopping smoothly. That bearing is shot. I have now cleaned them out with the airline, and then I soaked them with white lithium. Protective white lithium grease. Shook it, whole thing, and they're just not free rolling. Now my Superflies are right here. I've got them out right now. They're out for service, and I always service them similarly. I take off their shields. So I start on one side. These are double shielded, and of course I need to get a razor blade. Need a proper razor for this. And I got one. Over at the grip tape station, there are razor blades. So for each bearing, I'm going to pop them. Pop the shield, that's the back shield. Here's the front shield. Popping off the shields. Let's take a look inside them. And there, that's a 52-100 high carbon, not stainless at all. Thank you for the information, Michael O'Mockerly. I guess if it was stainless, it wouldn't work as well. Much thinner races in these Superflies. Designed specifically for skateboarding. Don't know much about design, but the race, that inner ring, is much thinner on the Superfly than it is on these. Possibly gives it a lot better rolling clearance. I'll hold them both up to you. You can see how much you can see through each one. Similar. And let's see, this is a 7 ball. The Bones has 7, and this is a 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's a 6 ball. And 60 seconds before oh my gosh, failure of bearings. That one's kind of crunchy, and what I'm going to do is pop the shields. I'll just take you through this one. I pop the shields, and then this is the fun part. I'm going to move you guys with me. Then I bring them over here. Oh, don't. My phone is yelling at me because I tipped it. All right, and then I come over to my airline. I put this bad boy on there, and then listen to this. I spin it from the one side, and then I spin it from the other side. High carbon steel is very soft, and I bet that you get a lot of steel. And listen to that. Hear the buzz? Yeah, this is probably the one. It's typical. Bearings are getting a lot of beatings, and I am tough on bearings. I don't have them last forever, but I'm enjoying my Superflies. This one has got, what is that sound? This is what I threw out 2 of those bones. There you go, a perfect, nice, beautiful, non-stop spin, even without lubrication. That's pretty terrific. Listen to that. That's pretty great. And look at it stop. It slows down and then finally comes to a stop. It slows and then it stops. Look at that. That's a good bearing. Very pleased with that. So that buzzing, I don't know, man, what causes that, but it is pesky when you get the one wheel that when you spin it, it goes, and that's no fun. This one is clean, and then before I'm done. Now I have a bearing cleaner, one of those Bones canister cleaners, but I find air is a great way to blow out what's inside there. And then I'm just gonna hit this with a little bit of lithium grease. Let that sit, maybe spin a little bit there. I'm gonna let that sit, and I'll go through the rest of them. I'll probably take this piece of paper off of here and move it over there because I have to get back to work. But I've wanted to do some bearing maintenance for a while. These Bones ceramics are cooked. I just cooked them. I don't do a lot of slappy grinds. I do a lot of Smith grinds, and I do a lot of ollies. I did not shatter the spheroids, but these did not last very long. And it appears to me that my Superflies are going to clean up really well. Hang on, I get my lithium rag, which is one of my T-shirts that I wore on a trip. So same shirt. So this one that I cleaned is ready for its shields to go right back on it, and dust off the shields, and then I'm going to press the. Pressed them on. One, dust off, and am I gonna just? Do I want to? You know what I'm gonna do? Do I want to do that? I don't know. Lithium stays really well. One of the reasons that I don't really want to dose them with lithium actively inside is because if you dose them with lithium inside and they spin, that extra lithium is going to come out onto your wheels, and these kind of things have solvents and things in them that are pretty bad for your urethane. And well, with the shields on, it's definitely rolling less well. I mean, it's much less free. And what I probably have is I probably warped my shields. Guys, you know what that means? I'm going to void my warranty because I like the way that rolled so much. I'm going to take the shields back off. The shields are obviously giving me fits. I'm not going to decide yet. If you ride without shields on your bearings, it will let dirt in. But if you blow your wheels out regularly, which I do, then it lets dirt out as well. There's that buzz again. Hear that? That's that thing. It's like the race. I also noticed that the bearing is hanging down. See it? It's hanging down inside there. I think the race is worn. So I'm going to inspect the races on this bearing, and this is going to get ugly. I'm going to pull the races out. So I'm pulling out the races. Now the balls are still chilling inside the bearing right now, and I got the race out. And this race is nylon, and it's really quite fine. And I'm looking at it. I'm just spinning it around, and I'm just checking it for deformities and irregularities. And tell you what, let's pull one out of a ceramic and see what that looks like. I'm not an expert on bearings. I just have been using them for decades and decades and decades, and am not I'm definitely not sure what I'm supposed to be expecting from these, but I am seeing a lot of slop. Like my races there's a lot of slop in the race. So I don't know, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for here, but I do know how to extract the races, and I do know how to put them back in. I'm not super comfortable pulling races out. In fact, on these bones, they're not coming out easily, and I'm going to leave them in. But I see this is quite a tender component from Bronson and all the other ones, and everybody is talking about their awesome new technology races. I'm seeing these look a little bit thrashed. It doesn't disappoint me, because I've gotten quite a bit of use out of these. I've been skating these since October, so I really don't have any complaints. I'm spacing the bearings out inside the ring, and I'm going to see if I can get the races to catch the bearings properly this way. Don't know. All right, catch that one. One. Two, and well, it will be about 30 more seconds before I set this aside and return to the labor of the day, because I don't feel like playing with razor blades. I'm switching to an awl so I can push that into place. Then that goes there, push this into place, and that goes there, and it's all coming along real nicely here. That goes there, and that goes there, and click, boom, race is back in place, and it's coated, but it's still running rocky. It was smooth, and then it was rocky, and now it's really buzzy. It's loose. Loose inside, and I don't think that's a failure of the bearing. I think that it is unreasonable to expect bearings to last really well. I see a lot of people who are disappointed with bearings, but then I see a lot of people who swear by this or that company's bearings. And I've skated Bone Swiss Ceramics. I've skated Reds. I've skated Bronsons, multiple sets. That did not perform well or clean out well. Superflies lasted me from October. 6 months. 6 months with these, and I can't say I'm disappointed. I do have some slowdown on them, but they're real dirty. I'm gonna just finish cleaning them, put them back in, and skate them some more, and then we're gonna talk about bearings on and off. Bearings are all made very far away, and finding reliable sourcing and quality craftsmanship would be difficult no matter where. Now here's one that doesn't budge. It's got just a little bit of soil in that one. Here's one, let's see, just a little bit of soil. I had one wheel that buzzed. Now this one stops with a jerk. It's really dirty and possibly damaged. So that one is gonna go in that stack. And then, that one rolls pretty nicely. And this one will not roll. Like, is seriously, possibly mechanically impeded. That's not a problem. This happens. Then that one is just dirty. And this one has got, it's stopping with a jerk and not rolling super smooth. Stops with a jerk. So I've got 4 and 4, which is basically 2 of my wheels I'm ruining bearings on, and 2 of my wheels are doing well. Or it's that 4 of these bearings are of metallurgical qualities that are really great, and 4 of these bearings are maybe more normal and less superhuman. I'm very pleased with how they all They all performed for 6 months straight of skating. I mean, I can't complain. I can't complain at all. That would mean I'd be spending $25 or $30 every 6 months. That's like $2 a month for my bearings. I can't complain. That's a good deal. I want to tell you, these Swiss ceramics lasted just about the same. I didn't skate them for a year. I'm already down to only 6 of them, and of these 6, at least 2 are massively defective and worn. That's pretty good. You know, I can't complain about that. That means that these Superfly Speedballs have lasted me as well as my Swiss ceramics from Bones. And the price difference between Swiss ceramics at $100 to $125, $30 and my Speedballs at under $30, I got no complaints, none at all. And I'm going to clean these out and run them again. In the meantime, I'm running a set of Reds, which Reds, I'm disappointed in the Reds already. I already am. I like Reds. Something strange is going on with the front 2 wheels on my board. We'll talk about it more later. I got to get back to work. I love you guys. I'll catch you soon.